We're back at it again, guys. I think this is like our fourth Q&A. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be answering 10 questions this time, but they're going to be more thorough, so it's going to still be about 10 minutes long. So here we go. Enjoy. All right, for the first question, it's from this is going to be a hard one. Kyriakos Georgandis? Oh, I don't know. He asks, xBuzzerman, what is your favorite Minecraft server? Well, my favorite Minecraft server, I have like 3. I don't have one particular one. If it had to be, it'd probably be Hypixel, just like pretty much every other Minecrafter, just for the fact that it has like everything and it all has like a really unique twist to it. It's very well done, very well maintained, so I mean, it's obvious to choose how good that server is. For the next one, I'd go with Hive, which is another very popular one. And I like this one just for the fact that it has a lot of variety. It's very standard in most of the games they have, but they also have a lot of unique games like the Dropper or Gravity, whatever you want to call it. You see it on my channel a lot, and I personally like to show that one a lot. And then for our last one, we're going to go with Mineplex. So all 3 of these are very similar common servers that I tend to play on a lot, and they just all have, you know, their unique amount of like mini games. If I had to go with like my favorite server that's not too common, I'd have to go with, I used to have this one, it's called like Lava server, something like that. I'm not really 100% sure. I used to play it all the time, and it had a bunch of like jump maps and things like that. I play on servers for one reason only, and that's to play some mini games. Our next question is from Aeroswag Game YT. I think I got that right. What job did you want to have when you were a kid? Q&A. Well, that one's really easy for me. I wanted to be a YouTuber when I was like 9-10 years old. I know that sounds pretty young. I was watching Hutch, Nanners, Woody's Gamertag. I was watching all these like COD YouTubers, and I thought they were like absolutely incredible. So I figured, man, I can do that too. So I tried it with all my hardest to like make it happen. I got one of those Dazzle recorders, which if you want to know what that is, that's like the worst one you can get. It's absolutely terrible. I'll show you. Here's like one of the clips from my old videos. This is from a while back from like a hidden channel you guys will never find out about. You guys probably will, but
Yo, what's up guys? Here, this is Buzzerman, and this is my basically kind of like my first commentary. It's my second commentary, but this is probably the first one you'll see.
So yeah, I did that when I was like 11 or 12, 13. I'm not 100% sure, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. I was very off and on. I did a lot of YouTube stuff, and to be honest, guys, this is the only job I've ever had. I've never done anything else for a job. I'm extremely blessed to say that, and I'm extremely just emphatic that I've been able to do that. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. All my friends are working 9-to-5 jobs over here, and they're working really hard getting paid minimum wage, and I'm over here just working, you know, for 5 hours a day, having a great time and getting paid well with having a reputation. Like, you guys know who I am, and that's like the coolest thing. The next question is from Maximus D. Grady, and he says, was it hard to be a YouTuber in the beginning? It was extremely hard. It's extremely hard now. I'd say it's even harder now that you're established than it was when you were like at that small age, because you could go off and not upload for like a week straight, and you'd have like 2 or 3 people mad at you. If I did that, if I don't upload for like four days straight, it's like, where have I been? I'm dead. And it's maintaining that stature of, you know, of this rising channel is extremely hard. Like, it is so hard to figure out what works for you, and that is 90% of the battle, is being able to find out what works for your channel and what people like. So for me, it was hard, and it's always going to be hard. It's just a hard profession. It's very stressful. I know you're probably like, he's making video games, but if you really think about it, it is stressful, because you've seen a ton of YouTubers that you might have watched a long time ago you probably don't watch now. There's a lot of irrelevant channels on there now that only get, you know, I've seen guys who have 2 million subscribers that are only getting 5,000 views a video. It's pretty amazing to see that. It's just like you're thinking to yourself, wow, that could be me. So you got to work to improve your content all the stinking time and make yourself better and better. Not Really a Bot asks, where do you think your channel will be in 2 years? Well, I hope it's going to be at 1 million subscribers. That would be absolutely incredible to say I have 1 million subscribers, but I don't really know. And that's the funny thing. If you asked me 2 years ago, I don't know what I would have said. And 2 years before that, I don't know what I would have said. All you have are your goals, and you're going to hope for the best. So if we're talking about a realistic goal, what I want is just to keep you guys. Keep a community going and help establish people as a good community, because I think it's absolutely awesome what we have going right now. So if I could just keep on and keep hold of that, that would be perfectly fine with me as well. But like I said in the previous question, you're always striving to do better and always striving to make better content, stay with the times, and not get left behind, because that is the key to success. You have to keep going. You have to keep changing, manipulating, whatever you got to do to get better. So that's the journey. Hopefully I'll be able to successfully do that and steer my channel into a direction where, hey, I'm doing some good things. So Retro Player has a question. He says, I have a question. What do you believe is a common thought for everyone, the one thing that drives us all? Wow, that's a deep question. You got a deep question for me, Retro Player. Well, I can't answer that. I'm 18 years old, so I don't have like tons of wisdom. But if I had to say anything, it's just our emotions. We talked about this a lot in my AP English class about like things that drive us: love, hate, passion. But for me, one of the biggest things I've noticed, and here's kind of like a point. This is one of my favorite quotes of all time, and it's from an anime. And you're like, what the heck? You got it from a cartoon? Well, some of the things they say are incredible, and this one stuck with me so hard because it's so realistic and it hits home so well, especially for someone like me, a content creator, someone who's striving to do better every time. This is where it hits home. So I'm about to read it to you guys. If you ever watched the series Bleach, it's from one of the scientist guy. I don't know how you say it, but it basically says, I despise perfection. If someone is truly perfect, that's it. The bottom line becomes there's no more room for imagination, no space for intelligence or ability or improvement. So basically what that said is we're all striving for perfection. Like, we're trying to be this perfect being, but we don't actually want it, because then being perfect is probably it's one of the worst things that could ever happen. It's probably the worst thing, because we then have nothing to strive for. We're always striving for this improvement, for trying to solve problems, but we still need to have problems. Problems are the only reason why we're around. I just thought it was an absolutely incredible quote, and to slip it in anyway into my content, I will do it as many times as I can, because I love that quote. You just have to accept that there's going to be problems in this world, but you're still trying to allow yourself to have that imagination. So it makes us so great. For our next one, it's from Hannah, and she said, Coke or Pepsi? Explain. I used to like Coke better, but I don't really drink either. Now, recently, Pepsi came out with this 1893, which is a throwback and absolutely incredible cola. They use like actual real ingredients like sugar, not fructose or these other synthetic solutions. It's so crispy. It's an absolutely incredible drink. So Pepsi 1893, if that counts. Adam Mazzelli asks, Q&A, when was your first crush? Or crush? Well, I'd say it was like 5th grade. I don't know. There was this girl in the gym that I was like, dang. But I mean, I've had my fair share of lady experiences. I mean, you never know. I mean, you're a guy. You're a teenage guy. I mean, you're gonna have it, and it's okay. So, my first girlfriend, we could go with that. I'll just answer that. That was 7th grade. Then I had one in 8th grade. Then I had one sophomore year of high school. And then I'm done. I think I've had 3 or 4, something like that. I haven't had too many, especially like junior year of high school. My biggest recommendation is to not get in a relationship. Do not have a girlfriend or a serious commitment for junior and senior year, because you're going to be going off to college and it would suck for you. I know so many friends who got really deep into relationships and now they're not friends anymore. They're friends, but they're not close friends anymore. And they look back on it and they're like, wow, like I kind of wasted my high school on one person. You're not necessarily wasting it, but I can tell you what, I have had a great time being single in high school, junior year and senior year especially. It's been so much fun. I've made connections with so many people, and really the goal for high school and college and schooling in general is to meet as many people as possible and to learn about like how to interact with people. And I think that by going into a relationship, a very serious relationship early on, you're kind of limiting yourself like greatly. Gavin Herrera asks, OMG, 6th comment, earliest comment ever. Congrats. How long do you make a video? How long does it take you to make a video? And I know some YouTubers that take almost a month to make one video. Well, those are usually like, they only make one video a month, but they're absolutely incredible. Me, it's like 4 to 6 hours usually. It takes about an hour to 2 hours to record the footage to get the right, get the right voice out there. And then it takes anywhere from 3 to 4 hours after that for editing. So that's like 5 hours right there. And then the last finishing touches, making a thumbnail, uploading things, getting everything adjusted, tagged up, and everything like that. That takes about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how I calculate it out. So anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, depending on an average video. These average top 10s. Recently, I've made like more editing adjustments, trying to improve my editing, so it's been a little bit longer than normal. But overall, it used to be 4 hours. It's kind of leaning towards 6 now. So I spread it out over 2 days, and it's so much fun. I do enjoy it. I love the feeling of pressing that button to finish the video and upload it to you guys. It's a really solid feeling. And yeah, there are some people that put a ton of time, but I guarantee you most of the people that you talk to that say like they put 12 hours into this video, it's more than likely not the case, because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've done super long projects and super short projects, so I can kind of tell how long a video is taken. And people who tell you that they spend 16 hours a day doing YouTube, there's a very select few that do. Games and Such says, not to be offensive and you do not have to answer this, but do you have a Lisp? And I do. It's really, really faint compared to everyone, like a normal Lisp. Most people are going to talk like this with a Lisp. Well, I have it's just a minor one, and I've always thought about trying to correct it, but it just comes with having 2 retainers right here and right here. It's they're permanent, so I'm always going to have the Lisp unless I try to fix it, but I kind of like it. It's not too apparent. Right now it probably is, because I haven't had water. I'm dehydrated. The less water I have, the more I tend to get my Lisp coming out. But physical traits to me, they don't bother me. When people talk about me, it's like my personal attributes, the way my head's shaped, the way my hair looks, the way my voice sounds. I don't really care, because you're born with that. So keep them coming, fight me. But I know you weren't trying to be offensive at all. You're probably just curious. So a lot of people have been curious, do I have a Lisp? I think I do. I think I have a little bit of one, but I don't think it's super apparent. To finish everything off, this is the last one. It basically says, from Best Minecrafter, since Buzz didn't answer my question, I'll assume that the Illuminati locked him in a basement that looks a lot like this bedroom and made him upload on his most popular channel. Yes. So that pretty much wraps it up, guys. I want to thank you all for watching this video. That was 10 questions, 4 from YouTube, 6 on Twitter. Tweet at me at xBuzzerman to get your next one featured, or comment down below. And that pretty much is it. I really enjoy making these, so I guess I'll see you guys next time. Later.